Hey everyone, this is Key Creative Studio, Master Drawing Japan. Let's make a point to draw every day. Sorry, my voice is still a little bit bad, but anyway. So it's been a while. Actually, I was a little bit busy because I was doing some seminars with my teacher Glenn Vilpo here in Tokyo. As I said, like every Saturday, I try to do like a sketchbook reveal. I dig out one of my old sketchbooks just to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so this one is not dated particularly, but I think this one is maybe about maybe three. It's got to be at least like 3 years old, maybe 4 years old. So um, some of my students are actually kind of interested in the fact that I sometimes I draw with this Namiki Falcon pen, and I don't know if it's showing up very well here, but with the Namiki Falcon, I like it very much because it helps draw. Like I said, drawing in pen helps kind of to straighten you out in terms of like your clarity, in terms of like your focus and things like that. Also, the this pen is sorry, the ink in this pen is is water soluble. I'm sorry, I know I'm showing you this sketchbook, but I'm going to show you because like this was from today's drawing session. So I sketched this out like during the class today, and then I went back into it with a water brush, to get those tones. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why I like drawing it, because it has a nice look to it. So anyway, okay, so let's get down to the sketchbook here. So um, I think in the sketchbook there are a lot of studies of some John Buscema. Uh, that's a Rockwell, actually. I know that for a fact. I know that's a Rockwell. And actually, now I know how old this is. This is maybe about 5 years ago. Yeah, this is about 5 years ago. So um, I always tell people, to really like, make a point to study, your art heroes, not so much as a, this is straight from Buscema, not so much as a means to just to copy them, but to like understand like the choices that they made. As you can see here, yeah, I'm using like the same like water brush technique here, and I did it here as well too. That's actually I like this one. I guess this was definitely a full on uh, you know well, what do you know? Oh, okay. All right, what do we have here? Okay, that's a Mickey by me. Oh my God, this sketchbook is definitely it's about 5 years old. That's a um, that's a Mickey Mouse by Floyd Norman, actually. Floyd Norman is credited for being like the first African American animator at Disney, and I was very lucky to spend a little bit of time with him and his wife Adrienne at CTN back in 2019, and he doodled this in my sketchbook, and this was a nice surprise actually. And that's my Mickey Mouse. Um, Hey, this story's not going to go anywhere, but um, Floyd took me around the Walt Disney Animation Studio, and he took me around what used to be D Wing. It's just a hallway now. But yeah, he took me around D Wing, and then there was another area, and there was a there was a what do you call it? There was a whiteboard, and I did a Mickey on the board, and I didn't do it like, to like, to demonstrate to Floyd. I was just, Floyd was doing something else or the other, and then, I just I couldn't help myself. Like, look, I'm at the Disney studio. I have a chance to, like, to actually like to do a Mickey, like in the studio, and then like in Jet, right? But Floyd saw it. He said that was my Mickey was a pretty good Mickey. So sorry, I gotta take a drink because throat is very hoarse. Anyway, I'm gonna um I'm gonna post this online, and I'm gonna tag Adrienne in on it. So anyway, I didn't mean to get into that, but okay. Anyway, um, okay, some more. Yeah. No, that's a Buscema study. I think that is a Hal Foster study, actually. Um, so yeah, I did a fair amount of work with this Namiki Falcon, and um, mm, yeah, I did this pose a couple of times here. Yeah, you guys, my suggestion to you, actually, I made the suggestion like to my students as well. If there's a pose that like you're having difficulty with, I recommend like doing it again, and doing it again and again and again and again until you get it right. Because every time that you do it, if you really identify it to yourself, like, how it can be better, or where is it, falling short. Every time like you work it, it's gonna get better. I guarantee you, it's gonna get better. And then I think that's maybe it's one of the reasons why, I was doing this pose twice here, like once in pencil and once in pen. So did the same thing here too. Um, that is a Michelangelo study, actually, but from a sculpture though. That's from a sculpture. I don't know where that's from. I don't know. Okay, maybe that's from imagination. Believe it or not. Um, yeah, these are completely mine. These are all mine, and I think these are from imagination. Mm, maybe, yeah. I think maybe that's a. Oh my God, these are bad. I think I did these while I was watching Ten Commandments. I think. Yeah. Oh my God, there's another one. There's another one. Um, these are two more from Floyd Norman, um, in my sketchbook, of course, and it was done at the same time. You know, I don't know if he was looking at my sketchbook or not. But that's really an honor to have these two drawings, three drawings. I don't know who did this nose though. That's not my way of drawing nose. I don't know if that was Floyd or somebody else. But who was at that table? It was Floyd, Floyd Norman, Adrienne Norman, Bruce Smith was there. Maybe Ron Husband was there. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, that's a nice treat. Okay. Um, Small tip here, guys, because I think you might have seen like some of these sketches I've done here. You see that I'm really like putting like a box here, for the hips, and you know my record. Again, I'm drawing the same pose more than once. I guess I'm really trying to work this out. Um, you know, when you guys um when you draw, and you use like these tools, you know, like boxes or whatever. Um, you know, don't 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 get so much hooked in like having to actually like draw like a whole box like that, you know. I mean, if you're really having difficulty with it, then fine. You know, if you need like, you know, something like to help guide you, that's perfectly fine. But I recommend, you know, trying to just basically to understand it, um, to understand it in your mind, as opposed to, um, you know, drawing out. You know, I mean, so yeah, I mean, don't no, I get it. You know, I mean, I completely get it. Um, Sometimes it's you know, you do need um, you know, a bit of a guide to help you get from A to Z or what have you. You know, but um, the truth is, you know, people are not really interested in looking at looking at boxes. Okay. All right. So this is me doing this pose again, but this time with less box. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, you know, I think that's the basic idea. Um, hmm. Okay. You know who that is. Okay. Guilty as charged. God. Like I said, you're seeing the good, the bad, and the ugly here. Okay. Uh, there's a lot of bad in here. I'm sorry. Not so much good, unfortunately. But give me a break. This was 5 years ago. All right, this is someone in a kimono that I'm doing a turnaround on, and I don't know who or why I was doing this. I don't know. Um, just unifying this hair a little bit. It's a little too chicken scratchy for me. Even though I just give it a little bit of yeah, a little bit of uniformity here and a little bit of depth to it. Okay, just a little something. Yeah. Yes. So, mm, more barbarian stuff in here. That's from the Searchers. That's that is a from Albert Dorn actually. And if you guys didn't know, you know the guy that John Buscema emulated was Albert Dorn. If you look at a lot of his figures, particularly like his early work, like when he started like working at Marvel and his stuff started getting a lot more dynamic. Of course, he had the influences like from Jack Kirby, but I think a lot of like the dynamic angles and some of the fleshiness in the face, things like that. I think Buscema was getting that from Albert Dorn. Oh, there's a story behind this actually. Um, This is a drawing I was doing of oh gosh, what's his name? The 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 civil rights worker who um, um, the civil rights worker who wanted to integrate old Miss. Um, um, Gosh darn it, what's his name? When I say Old Miss, I mean that means the University of Mississippi. Um, Gosh darn it, what is his name? Oh, James Meredith. I should write that down here, just so I don't forget it. I mean yeah, because yeah, James Meredith was one of the one of the first people to help integrate the University of Mississippi, and he's 91 years old actually. Oh, what happened was this happened during a march, and someone tried to shoot him. Actually, someone did shoot him. Actually, he survived. He survived, but he was shot. Happy note. Okay. This might be from a model. Maybe these. I don't know if these are from imagination or not. I don't know. Okay. I think this is from a model actually. So. Okay. All right. So a little look at my work with my Namiki Falcon pen here. The ink I use, it's a water soluble ink. So the water soluble ink is basically what enables me to get to get these to get this kind of effect, so because it's water soluble, whatnot. I think my use of the pen is a little bit better than before, because here there's not much difference in my line weight at the time, but here you can see my line weight's a little bit more confident here. Okay, and yeah, there was a couple of treats in here. There was yeah, a couple of drawings from Floyd Norman from Disney. That was a nice treat actually. I was really happy to find that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop with that, and I will see you guys next time. All right, take care. Bye bye.